Hi everyone, and welcome to Fully Cichlid, African Cichlids. This is episode 3, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about my lighting system. Started this tank about a month and a half ago, and I previously had a 200 liter tank. This one is 700 liters, or 55 gallon up to a 190 gallon. On my 200 liter tank I had a normal fluorescent light Aquarium lighting system with 3 fluorescent globes, which was okay, but didn't really bring out the colors in my cichlids. When I got this tank, I went with an LED system. I have 2 different LED lights, and the first one I'll show you is from Blue Planet, and it's a pod track light system. And basically I've just got this one in here to light my background, and as you can see there, I've only got whites, yellows, and reds in there. I don't have any blue lights. That's a 4-foot wide track light. It does a pretty decent job. It really is only to light my background. And the reason I have my background lit is because my main lighting system is what's called a Maxspect Razor. It's a 4-foot wide, 48-inch wide LED lighting system. And it's a very low profile light. It's a light that's actually meant to be visible hanging above the tank, either from the ceiling or on a light stand on the rim stand on the side of the tank. With this tank though, I have a hood, and I wanted it below the hood, so I've got the light sitting a little lower than it's meant to be. So the spread from front to back isn't what it normally would be if it was at the proper height, which is basically my issue, not an issue with the light. As you can see, it's a very nice thin light. It's about 1 inch at the thickest point. It has a very large heat sink to dissipate the heat. It's all made with aluminum, or aluminium as they say here in Australia. Dissipates the heat very, very well. It's got 6 LED light pads in it. And I won't show you directly on the pads because it will blind my camera, but if you look here in the reflection of the glass, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 lights. And what I have is a 10,000K version. There's an 18,000K and an 16,000K and an 8,000K. This one is about 50-50 blue and white light. There's cool white and warm white, and then there's 2 different colors of blue and a ultraviolet. There's actually 7 blue LEDs per pod and 6 white. I found that this does pretty much the best job as far as setting up good lighting for the cichlids and the colors in the cichlids. I find that the 8,000K, which is leaning more towards white, doesn't have enough blue in it, and for my taste. And the 16,000K is more blue and less white, and it's too blue in my opinion. But it's good for growing coral, which I'm not obviously doing. I'm only growing a little bit of algae for the imbunas to eat on the rocks there. And so I've got a good balance. I'm running at top setting during the day. I'm running at 100% white and 80% blue. There's 2 different adjustments. The blues and the whites separate on their adjustments. So there's a setting for strictly white light and a setting for strictly blue light. It's also completely programmable, so I can bring it up starting at 1% all the way up to 100% over any amount of time during the day, be it a minute or be it hours or an entire day. There's 6 set program settings for manual programming, and I basically set mine up. Here's a look at the LED. I'll try and get a good view there. There we go. You can almost see that. There's my panel, and it shows that I'm at 100% white, which is A, and 80% blue, which is B. And I'm on I think you saw it flash there. It's 2057, which is basically 857, and I'm on programs between programs 4 and 5. What that means is between programs 4 and 5, which on my program is between 5 and 9 p.m., it's at 100% and 80%. But at when I go to program 5 to 6, it will go from 100% white down to 0 in an hour by 10 o'clock. From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, it'll go down to 0. And then blues will go down to 1. And then between 10 and 12, sorry, I'm trying to... Anyways, between 10 and 12, the blue will go just at 1%. And it'll be basically a moonlight version, a moonlight setting. And then at midnight, that goes completely dark, 0 and 0%. And until 10 o'clock in the morning, it stays dark, and then it goes 1% white, 1% blue at 10, and ramps up to 50% white, 40% blue at 2. And then between 2 and 5 ramps up to 100% and 80% and stays there for 5 hours. As you can see, I got a couple of new trophies, and my Du Boises are chasing my Bembas around. Hopefully that'll settle down soon. Anyways, yeah, the lighting system's fantastic. I looked at a lot of different lighting systems, and it's not cheap, but there's more expensive LED systems and there's less expensive LED systems. I did not find any that were less expensive that were anywhere near the quality of this lighting system. And I saw a lot of them that were more expensive, but I didn't see any that were more expensive that I thought would be a better light system. As you can see, the colors on my Cichlids are fantastic. The reds and blues. There's my Red Empress. As you can see, the reds and blues show pretty good on that. My blue zebras, my yellowtail Aussie. I've got a Fusco that's blue with some orange fins. My Du Boises, which have a yellow stripe with a blue head and a black body. All these colors come out really well with this lighting system. My algae is fairly well under control. I don't want it at 0 growth because I do want my Mbunas to have something to munch on during the day, and they do like to graze on the rocks. My third light in this system is back here, which is my UV sterilizer. As you can see, that's it right there, and you can see that the light is on inside the tube. That is controlling my algae growth so that it's not building up too predominantly on the glass. I do have to clean the glass occasionally. I do have a lot of light on this tank, and it's basically a 12-hour cycle per day of light. Actually 14 if you count the moonlight, which is minimal. Nothing would grow under that light. I have this little tons, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, this little magnetic scraper plastic. It has a metal blade as well. That works really nice to keep the glass clean. I use that every couple of days to just scrape off some of the algae that's growing on the glass, but not much happens. And if I find the algae is growing too much, or not enough I should say, then I turn off the UV sterilizer and let it bloom a little bit. As far as the lighting system, like I said, I've got the small blue planet lighting the background, and I've got the Razor 10,000K 4-foot wide LED system doing the majority of the lighting, and as you can see, it does very nice on my fish colors without making it look like a marine tank. It doesn't look too blue or purple. Even my white knight there looks white with a little bit of blue in his translucent scales. So there you go. Highly recommend it. The place I got the light from is called livefish.com or Livefish Australia up in Queensland. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. They have all the versions, 10,000, all the size, 10,000, 8,000, or 16,000K. They have all the sizes. I had it shipped to me as soon as I ordered it, and they were honestly the only place I could find in Australia that stocked everything, and they shipped it right away. It was definitely the best stock in the country. Also, some of the fish in here are from them as well. I've gotten some excellent shipments of live fish from them overnight, from Queensland down to Melbourne in one day, although I'm sure the fish would survive longer. Here's one of their boxes. I just got a couple of new Tropheus yesterday, a couple of Tropheus Bemba Reds. There's the box they came in, 2 of them. Really nice couple of nice Bemba Reds. There's one of them right there. I've got my light on my camera, so he's showing a little bit of white in the eye there. Yeah, so there you go. Shout out to Alan at livefish.com up in Queensland for the light and the fish. So hope you like that. I hope it helps. Again, the Maxspect razor, absolutely fantastic light and well worth the money. Absolutely. Okay, that's Fully Cichlid, African Cichlids, episode 3 on the Maxspect razor lighting system. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you liked it or not. Thanks.